So, why did I believe it was important for me to write a whole book on sales? I would say this is definitely not the very first sales themed book or resource. There are many out there, so why should you even care? I felt it was important because when I got into the startup landscape, especially working with social entrepreneurs, I found out that actually a lot of social entrepreneurs or even general entrepreneurs don't know much about sales. Yes, some people who go into business have that business background, have some experience around sales, but often what you will find is you have a lot of inventors, you have people who come from nonprofit, you have people who are in corporate, and they are very innovative, they're very opportunistic, they are interested in trying something new, but they may not necessarily have that sales background. And the biggest challenge that I often found for these individuals is that they often tend to approach selling from a very templated perspective, and they tend to get into the wrong behaviors and habits that are inadvertently or unintentionally manipulative. And you don't want to do that because at the end of the day, you want to be able to sell in a way that is authentic, that is comfortable for both you and your prospect as well. What I also find is that the landscape is generally changing quite a bit. What we've been seeing with technology advancing is that it's more and more easy now for general consumers to find out information online. So what is happening is the way people buy is changing. Instead of walking into a store expecting to be served, customers are doing their research beforehand. So they often meet you and speak to you, and they already know a lot more about your products and services and even your competitors than you might yourself. What you also find is that consumers of today, they care more about transparency, about authenticity, and with aligning themselves with brands that they share values with and represent their sense of identity as well. So modern consumers don't just buy a solution, they're buying an experience, they're buying a relationship. And when it comes to not only consumers, if you look at employees as well, employees don't just care as much about the paycheck anymore. There are so many options out there, so many companies that are hiring. They want to be able to sell solutions that they believe in. They want to feel like they're more than just a cog in the wheel, right? They want to know that whatever you're doing as an organization is meaningful and contributes to a sense of greater impact. So, as founders, as entrepreneurs of today are starting to recognize the importance of this more ethical approach, I felt there was a need to create a resource around helping people understand how to both sell in a way that is more ethical but also more authentic. And not only that, build the processes and infrastructure around that so that you can offload as much selling as possible. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have to sell, if customers are able to willingly get the information that they need and buy your products or services, then you don't have to worry about that greasiness or accidentally engaging in a way that is manipulative. So if you're interested in reading more, do definitely check out the ebook. It's caremethodology.com. It's free to access. I personally hate putting links out there that are gated. I'm not trying to clickbait you or trying to give you some sort of lead magnet where you have to give me your email. It's completely free. So caremethodology.com, CARE. Right? Do definitely check it out.